Check mic 1, 2. Hola.
Good morning, everyone.
Peak forms, you know. Absolutely lovely. Hey, to the bingo! Where you can literally tip the whole thing and it doesn't come down. That could have ended very badly. Goedemorgen, Sharks. Hello, how are you guys? Welcome back to the Yaya Alicia show. As you can see, we're not doing a regular episode. We're doing something special. Today we're going to be cooking for the people who make the show happen. We're going to be cooking for the Sharks themselves. And in order to do that, we're in a whole different place. We're not in the regular kitchen of the Bowmanton Club. We're in the market, as you can see behind me. And one thing I love about the market is wherever you are in the world, there's a market. So let's figure out how to buy the best ingredients for the best prices without getting scammed somehow. And I'll see you guys in a sec.
I hope y'all brought cash. Did you guys bring cash?
No, but you can pay with PIN.
You can pay with PIN here, not enough, but
okay.
Thank you. Anyway, now we're inside the market, which as you can see is not as busy as it normally would be, because if it was, we wouldn't even be able to move. Like it gets wild. But also what I love about this place is like so much culture, so many different stuff. But so now first place we need to go is to the vegetables. Hi, goedemorgen. Alles goed? So best way to check if avocado is actually good is, one way is to poke the top of it. As you can see, it always has a little red here, and if it's soft enough where you can push it in, then that means it's ripe on the inside. If it's really hard to like push in, like some of these really green ones, you can see it's like a lot harder to push in compared to like these ones, because the inside is still raw. One big way is obviously to tell if it's really green. If it's super green, it's very raw. The darker the color, the more good it is. And also another really nice way, but you guys don't have to, because you don't, most of you probably don't peel as much on avocado, but to check how smooth the skin is. If it's really smooth, like silky, if you can see over here, like this is really kind of nice, the silky, because it means like it's nicely ripe, but also it peels off on the skin. So it's quite nice actually. So yeah, I'm gonna take these two anyway. I think this one is a bit greenish, but I think it will ripe up. Here we are in the Atlantic Ocean, about to get us some fish, some prime tuna. You know, we swim with the fish. They're like some real sharks. We're gonna eat some fish today. Yeah. Okay. All right, so now that we got us a few stuff, just one little two things. So if you're looking for fresh ingredients, for cheap ingredients, come to the Hague Market. It's wonderful. Make sure you bring cash, because I didn't end up bringing cash. I ended up bringing my card, which they do add a lot of surcharge on that, which is not always the most fun. But now that we're done with that part of the show, we're gonna go take this to the Bowmanton Club and go cook some nice stuff for the team. So see you guys in a minute, bro. So now that we've done some shopping, it only took us a couple hours, you know. We started at 7 a.m. Now it's very dark, but here we are at the Bowmanton Club with a few things to cook. And since the Bowmanton Club is Dutch for the treehouse club, in any treehouse the rules are you gotta just knock and hope someone's there. Let's hope. Hey, it's Mr. Bobby Boy. Now let's say hello to our shark and let's get to cooking. Hey, hello, bro. Thank you. And now I got my lovely chef jacket. I'm gonna put on my lovely apron and clip on my mic so y'all can hear me loud and clear. I'm gonna start prepping all this stuff, which means I gotta sit down the bags, take out all the veggies, do all that whole shebang. But once you do that, you can see some fun things today. So let's get to cooking, man. I don't know if I told you about today's dinner club menu. There's a little secret hints there in the groceries, and we were getting to what might we be cooking today. And that is a 3-course meal. First is gonna be the tuna avocado, which is a starter I learned from the beach, learning sushi. Not the best, but we're learning. Second one is a butter chicken, my famous butter chicken, you know. Always gotta make it. And then for the dessert, we have a French toast with lotus biscoff and a lovely chocolate mousse to add it on top to make it nice. Everything's kind of set up. I'm prepping everything. This is what you got to do before you're cooking anything. Whether you're cooking at home by yourself, whether you're cooking for family, for friends, if you're cooking in the kitchen, always kind of have everything lined up and ready to go. So you can just kind of boom, one after the other. You can just cook. I already started with marinating the chicken for the butter chicken because overnight and stuff. So remember, certain things you can always do beforehand. And now I'm gonna make the chocolate mousse because it needs to sit in the fridge. You don't want no runny chocolate mousse. You might as well just buy a milkshake. So there's no point to that. So for the chocolate mousse, it's not really a difficult thing that takes a lot of ingredients, but it's all about getting the little ingredients good. So one part is the cream. You just grab yourself some heavy cream and then you whip it until it gets like this, nice and fluffy. They call it peak forms. Don't know what that means, but that's what they say. And this is just egg whites. You put a shit ton of egg whites, a lot of egg whites, and then you put some sugar in there and then you just mix it until it gets like this. And now you have both of them. I'm waiting right now for the chocolate to melt, and then you just mix in all of it. And the thing is, the trick is to fold it in. So the egg whites, you don't mix it. You kind of fold it until you get the right consistency. Then you add the cream, and then boom, chocolate mousse. Just put it in the fridge first, let it set. Peak forms, you know, absolutely lovely. We have all three ingredients that we needed. Some nice tempered chocolate, some fluffy egg whites with sugar, and some nice heavy cream whipped up. So now, first I grab the nice egg whites, put them in there, the chocolate mousse, while I fold inwards. So one sec, I need to first pour the chocolate in, fold it in, incorporate it in there. Okay, now you add the nice fluffy cream in there, and as you can see now it's all incorporated. So you don't add the cream until literally at the end, once you've already made it nice and consistent, so you don't see any more of the egg whites and it's nice chocolatey. I'm not even doing that much work. I'm sweating, bro. And it's hot, I think. It's just, and there's nothing on. There's no stoves, there's no burners, there's no oven. Just sweat. Maybe it's because I'm nervous. I haven't seen you guys in a minute, you know. I missed y'all. How y'all been? How's the families, you know? If let's say now it's very creamy and there was not enough chocolate, then you could also add a bit more on top and just keep folding it. Yeah, so you know, you're not always gonna get the best avocados, and that's the thing about avocados. You could do the check, you could check if it's nice and firm at the top, if it's nice and smooth, and then this can happen. But we're not gonna throw these avocados away because we're not bad people. Just because somebody's a little bit mushy on one part doesn't mean you get rid of them. It means you figure out a way to work with them, you know, to make it somehow still come out nice. So yeah, still love avocados, hate working with them sometimes because especially it gets so dirty. Like now my hands are messy, like every 5 minutes I gotta go wipe it off, and then by the end, especially if I'm at work and I'm doing this all the time, it gets everywhere. So it's like fun, you know, looking like a freaking Grinch. These avocados are turning out beautifully, just wonderfully. I'm just so happy about them, just absolutely just, I mean, all in how smooth and clean they look, you know? Not at all bruised up and old. No, 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 no. Okay, now I'm making the wasabi mayo, which is basically just, I'm making the quick version, which is just grab some nice fresh wasabi paste and then Kewpie mayo, because it's much better for wasabi. I already have the teriyaki sauce a little bit made up. I need to put it into a nice bottle. I need to make it a bit thicker. The way to do that, you can use potato starch, cornstarch. The original recipe is with brown sugar, cornstarch, mirin, and soy sauce. But again, you can put your own creativity into it. Okay, and now we give it a nice little taste, so I make sure I don't poison everyone, you know. Just use a little bit more, just a little bit. Actually, the rest of the bottle, which there's not much left. Now the wasabi is ready. And the only part about today that's gonna be very fun is trying to figure out how I'm gonna get this into this without a piping bag. Yeah. Thank you, Vel. That just magically appeared. Don't know from where, but. Ramzay, or Rama, sorry.
Professional.
Now this is the consistency I was talking about, baby. Yeah. It's okay to ask for help. I was supposed to be doing all this alone, but if you look over there, and there's Andrea helping me out, there's Mr. Thomas helping me out as well, and at the end of the day, the teamwork makes the dream work. So always know when you can ask for help and never panic. Just keep figuring it out and keep going, and the only thing you can do is keep cooking. So keep cooking. So now that we got the avocado nice and cut, now we're gonna do the tuna. You have all these cross sections on there. You see, you have all these diagonals that you have going on, and then what you do is you can kind of cut away with it. Now get rid of this. Okay, so now I'm making the tartar, and I'm gonna make a nice little tartar mix in there. I already have ponzu on each of the places, you can see, to make it nice. I have the avocados here cut. The tuna is the last part, and I have 1 bottle of wasabi and 1 bottle of teriyaki. Don't mind how they look, they are still wonderful. So now I'm gonna finish making the tartar, mix it up in some nice sauce that I'm not going to tell you about, but you know, mix it up and then put it straight on there with the avocado, and you'll see all of that in 1 second. Hello. Sorry for the delay on the food, guys. I've never had to try and cook slow and fast at the same time. This is the lovely tuna avocado, which is the starter. Okay, turn off the music and everybody shut up, please. So now we have the butter chicken, and like as you can see, I already marinated the chicken in a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to tell you because I'm not going to snitch on myself, and the pan is not hot, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. Oh my god, I thought the pan was hot. So now that the pan is actually hot, then you drop in your nice pre-marinated chicken. As you can smell already through the fucking screen, oh sorry, through the screen, bad language. You can smell that it's full of flavor, a little bit. Watch it start heating up. I'm trying to get rid of all the juices because I made the marinade very thick, so that means a lot of excess juices in there, but it also means a lot of extra flavor. It's just, I want the chicken to also get crispy, you know, so it's not just soggy chicken. Hey, now that we have the chicken nice and cooked through, I don't know if you can see all that steam coming out of it, and now we have the peppers and the onions already sauteed. There's only one little lovely thing that we got to do, and that is go straight to the blender. We go back to the blender, and look at that lovely, look at those layers. So go down, see the layers. You got the sauteed onions right there, and then you got the cashew nuts. You see a little cherry tomato, and on top the pepper with some extra stuff. That's why it looks so juicy. You know, I'm not gonna tell you all the secrets, but it's nice. Bad idea. Now we serve the butter chicken. Oh, goedemiddag. Alles goed? Lekker butter chicken.
Amazing.
Lekker, lekker zo. Okay, so it's the lovely butter chicken, but with a few changes. Not because there was mistakes, because we planned exactly like that. No, there was a lot of mistakes, so we ended up making a kind of biryani butter chicken. So enjoy anyhow. It has a lot of flavor, a lot of taste, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, now that the people have eaten the starter and the main, now their belly's a little bit full with the main. I ate a little bit too, so I'm a little bit full. So now we're gonna move on straight into the dessert. I already prepped mise en place. This brioche buns already with the Biscoff spread in the inside for the flavor. And now I'm gonna mix some eggs in for the batter.
What spice should I make it?
Mayo and fucking spicy and teriyaki. Now that the French toast is toasting, the chocolate mousse, as you can see, has now firmed up. If you can see it lovely, does not tip over. You want it to be this consistent, where you can literally tip the whole thing and it doesn't come down. So that could have ended very badly, but it didn't. So it means it worked. Now let's see how this is looking. No, it still needs a lot more time to toast. Because this thing doesn't heat up all the way, the corners are not hot and the middle is much hotter. So now I have to figure out to kind of move these around and let them each get their time in the sun, as they might call it, to heat up. And remember that if you feel like the toast is sticking onto the bottom, just remove it softly, very softly, and to try and keep the crispiness. And for the butter, always add the butter in kind of when the pan is still a little bit cold, not too hot. That way it doesn't overcook the eggs straight away, and then and it doesn't heat up too quick. If you see now, these are nice and toasted, looking lovely, scrumlicious, yeah-licious, you know. So now I'm gonna finish up over here, keep dipping these lovely brioche buns inside the nice egg batter, and then add the chocolate mousse. You're gonna see me in a minute plating them all up. The lovely thing that I always hope for is that there's a little bit of egg mix left after I make French toast, so I can just simply make one little French omelette, as they might call it. Just for the extra flavor, I'm gonna already get started on the chocolate mousse and plating up the rest of these. So you're not gonna hear from me for about a minute or two while I'm plating these. Let's get this popping. Hola, ¿cómo estás, people? Again. Wow. Now this one's a lovely French toast made with Biscoff spread. Oh, no French people. No French people. Oh.
I have a trauma of the French toast.
Good finish. Yeah. Now the cooking's done. the cleaning is done, the eating is done. We end up running a bit short on the time, but we end up figuring it out. And that's why I say it's all about the process of the cooking. And for the first time in this show, we've had to cook for the team that make the show happen. Normally when we're making the episodes, they just eat something in between in the snacks, so they try some of the food at the end. But this time it was dedicated just so they eat good. And I was very happy with the food. I was happy with the way it turned out. I feel today is the embodiment of what the show is about, which is the people, the environment, and the cooking in itself. None of it is supposed to be perfect. We're supposed to just do it. We've wanted to do this episode for a while, and it just got to a point where we said, you know what, let's just do it. And half of the things I was doing was new. The chocolate mousse, everything was first time doing it, but I was very happy with just trying. And if it turns out good, it turns out good. And if it turns out bad, then the fact that you tried was already good enough. I want to also take a moment to thank everyone outside of the show in my cooking journey, because I don't know if you know this, I do take cooking seriously. I really do enjoy it, and I want to hone in my skills as a chef. And I've been working in kitchens, and some of the chefs I've worked with, hands down, have helped me learn so much, adapt so much, and I appreciate all of them. And this year was my biggest year as a chef. It was the first time I ended up working somewhere in a proper restaurant as a professional, and this was down on the beach. So shout out to the team in Habana. It was wonderful. Thank you guys for everything you taught me. Thank you to Chef Barney, the king of Friesland, the #1 man. Thank you so much for everything you taught me. Thank you to Timo Werner, to Liam, to Mr. Geertje, you know who you are. Thank you to Mr. Yogi, Peter, everybody from that kitchen. And I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate how much you guys taught me, and the dishes represents that. I hope it does. The starter was Timo Werner. It was your tuna avocado. I did not do it justice, but it still came out good. It's still a wonderful dish. So thank you for teaching me that. Thank you guys for everything. And this is why I say people make the world. As much as I do spend a lot of time on my own journey, on my own thinking, and I think it's a very good thing to be okay with being alone and being with yourself, figuring out who you are. Because at the end of the day, when you go to that grave, it's going to be just you. But at the same time, it's the people that make life worth living. It's the people that give you experiences. It's the people that give you lessons, good and bad. They give you so many lessons, so many bright moments, so many things that would never happen otherwise if it wasn't for the people. And learn to be good with people, learn to see the good in them. And even if there's bad in them, that's okay. Enjoy just the good parts and leave the bad side to the side. You know, have no expectations and just enjoy the process, enjoy the cooking. That's the thing. If you go into a meal putting so much pressure on how it looks at the end, you're never gonna sit down and actually enjoy the process, enjoy the cooking, enjoy the mess ups, enjoy the imperfect cuts. Enjoy that, because it comes with it and it teaches you so much, and it's the fun in it. Find the fun in everything you do. I worked in warehouses before I ever found the passion for cooking. I've only found this passion just 2 years ago, if that. But before that, I still did work. I worked in warehouses, I worked in delivery, and all of those jobs, there's moments of joy that I have from them. There's moments where I remember just enjoying it, because I just enjoyed it because I'm there the whole day anyway. So do that. No matter what you're doing in your life, no matter how depressing it can be, you can find something funny in it. You can find something happy in it. You can find something interesting in it. Figure it out, and always be true to you. Always strip away every bit of what is someone else gonna think? No, just do it. Always keep doing it. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. As long as you're happy, do it. If you're walking down the street and it's raining and you're listening to a nice song, you know what? You think, you know what? Instead of trying to run home, I'm gonna just dance a bit in the rain. Do that. Somebody might drive by and be like, oh, what's that crazy person doing on the street? Be like, Yaya told me it's okay. Just, or don't say nothing. Just keep dancing. Enjoy it. Have fun. Live a little, because you live one time. You get one chance at this game. So enjoy it. Live it up. Moral of the story, cook. Always cook. That's what cooking is. Cooking is far more than the kitchen. It's everything around it. Cooking is just you going through the motions, but at your own pace, at your own creativity, with your own style. that you have your own touch in it. Nobody cooks the same in the kitchen. No two chefs in the kitchen act the same way or cook the same way. They might look similar, they might do the things similar, but the way they do it, the process of doing it, the little moments from moment, those are different. And that's the beauty in it. Each of them are cooking in their own way. Those footballers that are on the pitch, they're cooking their own way. Those basketballers, they're cooking their own way. Those singers, those rappers, those movie actors, they're all just cooking in their own way. Even the baker down the street that's just throwing up bread constantly, but just doing his own style, his own touch, his own flair. And that's where you find the power. That's where you find the enjoyment in life. And I hope to see you guys in season 2, because this was, and I did not announce this throughout the episode, but this was the closer for season 1. This was the first run at this, the first time us doing this, and now we're gonna tune in for season 2. And this time, we've learned a lot from cooking for the first time on season 1. So now we know how to better cook, we know how to better prep, we know how to better lay out, what better ingredients to use. Our cutting's gone better. And again, these are all metaphors. I'm not actually talking about cooking, I'm talking about everything around it. Because the Alicious Show is far from just about cooking. It's so much more than that. So tune in, tell your mom, tell your uncle, tell your auntie. Guess what? Season 2 is coming, and it's coming with a bang, and it's coming with so much things. And this season, we're gonna be doing it straight in The Hague, straight from the heart of this land, and from where we all started. All these different people from all these different countries come together and create something magical in the land of the Hags. So to all you Dutchies, tot volgende keer, fijne avond, lekker slapen jongens. And to all you English speakers, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Enjoy your night, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in season 2. And to all my Arabic people listening in, كذلك هنا وأما بعد. And to all my Frenchies, je te crois bon journée, bonne soirée. See, ça va pas. And don't worry about these cuts. That's part of the game. You're gonna get some scraps, you're gonna get some bruises, but don't ever let that stop you. Don't ever let that stop you from cooking. So peace out.